We already did one video. We had to come back. We had to do another video because something we realized that I saw that was quite weird, disturbing, and just strange altogether on a fellow who makes screen paints by the name of Fernando Gonzalez. He has a YouTube channel called Crow1176, and he claims his products to be the best of the best. So, like I said, going through his website, you can clearly see that it's all kinds of crazy problems. So we just saw something a few minutes ago that was actually, again, disturbing, weird, and strange. Now, keep in mind, this is not being done this guy does a lot of dirty stuff against us. It's not retaliation and stuff. I'm kind of used to him. This is the kind of person that he is. This is a person that should not be selling screen paint products. He shouldn't be on the market. He shouldn't be selling anything at all, period, because his business practices are absolutely downright awful. And like I said, they're only cater to him and to him only and no one else. So let's show you what I mean by he doesn't know his screen paint colors. We have three different products here, or both have the exact same name of the screen paint. Right here, we have a gunmetal gray. This is under his Crows UV Mix 1 quart. You see right there, gunmetal gray. Now we're going to come out of here. I had to make sure we just dedicate this one. This is unbelievable. Over here we have the Crow Cinematic Mix 2.0. 2.0. No, 2 quarts. Sorry, Cinemax 2 quarts. Let's click on here and show you what color we're going to get. Gunmetal. So he's got two screen paints in here that have the exact same color. They both have gunmetal. Let's leave out of here. This is right here. So we noted again, Crow's screen paint mix. This is the Cinemax, which is bearing the color gunmetal gray. Let's go over here and let's pop again, just to show you. We'll come down here to the bottom and we'll hit the Frankenstein. This is the Frankenstein here. Let's click on this and see what color we're going to get. The color we're going to get is gunmetal gray. This has been like this for a while because I had a few people who brought this up to my attention. So he has three screen paints in here that had the exact same color. How does that even work at the end of the day? Because the color of a screen does affect the performance of the picture. All right, so we're over here with the Frankenstein, and as you can see, the Frankenstein is coming up under gunmetal gray. This guy does not know the color of the screen paints. That's why they all have the same coating, the same color. Now come out of the Frankenstein. Let's go pop over here to the UV mix. There's the UV mix again. Let's hit that. Let's see what color we get. Gunmetal gray. So he has three screen paints in here that both of them have the exact same color. The problem you have here is you can't have three screen paints with the exact same color because that's virtually impossible. If I have three black screens in here, and I'm telling you one pulls a higher contrast, this does that, so and so and so, the consumer's going to look at that, but they look the same. They're all freaking black. How would this be different? When you're dealing with a screen paint product, if the screen's lighter, it's going to pull higher white levels. The colors can be a little bit brighter, but they're going to be a bit faded, and the contrast level is going to be low. If the screen's darker and it's done right, then you're going to have higher contrast levels. Colors are going to pop higher. We're going to get more richer color, but white levels are going to be a little low. If you have a mid-grade screen, you can have fair contrast, fair white levels, and the colors are fair. That's kind of a neutral screen if it's done right. So the color is going to depend on the outcome of the screen. If you look at elite screens lined up, they got a white screen. They produce high white levels, but the color and contrast will fail. If you go over to a mid-gray screen, which is a cinema gray, which is a little slightly darker, your contrast levels and colors are going to improve by a little bit. Contrast is going to improve by a little bit, but not by much. You go over to the Cinema Gray 5D, you're going to have a screen that's going to be able to produce a much better contrast level. It's a little bit darker. Colors are going to pop a little higher, but white level is going to drop a little lower. Then you have the dark screen, which is a Dark Star 9. It's going to produce amazing contrast. Colors are going to be popping a lot higher, a lot better, and the white levels are going to be a tad little lower because they have that reflective surface. Pretty much the white levels are pretty good on that screen. So the screen's outcome could change due to the fact of the color of the screen. But if you have three of the same colors and all three shopping carts. How does that even work at all, period? That doesn't make any sense. And we're not going to get into the fact that specification sheets are not even there and that the return policy is an absolute shambles right there. That's a mess right there altogether. But the simple fact that he has three colors of the same screen paint on all those three shopping carts. The other two don't have anything there at all, period. Oh my goodness. You know what it is? This is laziness. This comes down to just sheer laziness, and probably doesn't even know the color of his product. He pretty much doesn't know what it is. Because he figures if he paints it on YouTube, that's enough. No, it's not enough. You have to have it here. Customers sliding their credit card through, they have to know what they're buying. You got three screen paints saying the exact same color. I didn't realize that. Somebody brought that to my attention, like, you know, he's got three screen paints of the same color. I was like, really? I never noticed it. Then I came in here and I was looking through it. I was like, oh shoot, the guy was right. He actually has three screen paints. So what are you saying here that makes this different than the rest of them? This one you're saying is UV mix is one of my Austin paint mixes. Inside and out works great with the projectors of 3000 lumens. Go check out my channel, so and so and so. It mixes the quality even for outdated projectors. Well, we know that's not real. You don't do outdated projectors, but you have gunmetal gray here under this product, under the UV mix. And then you have the same color next to the Frankenstein that also happens to be gunmetal gray. That doesn't make any sense. And you're telling people you don't recommend this for home use? I've seen you use the Frankenstein inside. What does not recommend this for home use? But they still have the same color. So either two things. Either you're too lazy to go in and put in the proper color of what your screen is, or you don't know the color of your screen. I'm going to say both. I'm going to say you're too lazy to change it, and definitely you don't know the color of your screen. You're so lazy, you gave all three of them the same color. And for those who sit there and say that, well, you know, that could be a typo. No, that's been there for a while because somebody brought it to my attention about a month ago. Let's go over here and let's go. So we just right here, we have the Frankenstein mix, same color here. Let's go to the Cinemax. There's the Cinemax right there. Hit that. What color we got? Page and activate. I hope they're not shutting down the page because you don't want that on a recording. You do not want your page showing you stuff shutting your page down. Looks like his page is shutting down. I'm not sure, but right now it's not applying. It's not actually applying to our command. We're gonna hit it again. See if we got it right. We hit the picture. I think he went into editing mode and is changing something. I hope we don't change this in the middle of it because I'm telling you we can't make this stuff up at the end of the day. Let's refresh the page and see what happens. So we already went through and did a recording. We're just going to recap real quick. All right, now we're in. All right, it says the same thing here, gunmetal gray. So it has gunmetal gray on 3 shopping carts. That does not make any sense. So I said the weird, crazy stuff he has in his site. Not only does he have 3 screen paints matching the exact same color, but he also too has, like I said, wild stuff in his cart, like 2 quarts can paint up to a 300-inch screen. We gave him a challenge on that one. That was never done. We asked him to take. Let me see, the screen just blinked off again. Hold on for a minute. We're going to make sure that we are basically us, not him. Because I've had this happen. I've literally had a shopping cart go missing in the middle of a transaction. Entire shopping cart. Bloop. You know who that was? That was Partey. Partey deleted an entire shopping cart in the middle of a transaction because he was afraid of placing orders. It's interesting how these fellows talk a lot of nonsense at the end of the day, but they just can't seem to back their products. So that too is going on here. So right now I'm not seeing a peach at all. There's nothing here. Let me see. I hit the refresh. Let's hit the refresh again and see what happens. Make sure it's not us. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure it's not. We're not accusing them of something. There it is, gunmetal. So it's gunmetal here. It's gunmetal on all three shopping carts. How do you have the same screen paint on all color of screen paint on all three shopping carts? Man, I couldn't make this up, man. You guys are being scammed on so many levels. It is not even funny. He has the same color screen paint on all three shopping carts. He doesn't have, like, we have gunmetal, but we have light gunmetal and dark gunmetal. And we can show you both of them that they're totally different screens, but you have to have that on the website. You can't have the same gunmetal, because if someone's buying here, like, wait, that's gunmetal. Let me buy over here, that's gunmetal. Let me buy over here, that's gunmetal. You got three screens, and the other two don't even tell exactly what you're painting, what color screen you're getting. This is an absolute mess. I'm gonna show you something real quick besides that. Like I said, you haven't seen this. 2 quarts can cover up to a 300-inch screen, a total of 3 100-inch screens. Complete lie. And let me show you this right here, even more confusing. You have over here 2 quarts here, but when you come over here, I showed you this before, he has gallons only available. How are you buying 2 quarts? So is a gallon $178 or is 2 quarts $178? That's confusing. But this right here, gunmetal. He doesn't even have a different color for each one. Let's go over here to, yeah, all these were shot. He says 2200 lumens enough. This was all shot with the P2 projector. Let me see. We got gunmetal here, right there for the Cinemax, right there. And then over here, let's go back it up. Didn't really look at that correctly. Someone said, yo, did you notice that he has 3 screen paints? And then you go down to the bottom, the Frankenstein right here. So he's too lazy to put in a proper color gunmetal. That says gunmetal too. Either he doesn't know the color of his own product, he doesn't know the color of it, or he's just too lazy to do it. Man, he just throw you guys anything at the end of the day. That's gunmetal. That doesn't make any sense. That's a Frankenstein. Then we go to the UV mix. There's the UV right there. Click on that. And what color does that come up to say? Gunmetal. He got 3 of the same screen paints, and they're the exact same color. Every last one is the same color in every single shopping cart. Not every single shop. We can't say that, every single shopping cart. And 3 shopping carts are all the same color. There's your return policy, no returns. That return policy is absolutely nuts. This is a totally different return policy. This one doesn't even have the surcharge. That's missing out of that one. That is an absolute mess. So he can't even, basically, he has 3 of the same colors in the same thing. This is gray, right? Sister says gray. Go this one real quick. That's the UV mix. I don't even know what color y'all getting, because he doesn't even know what color you're getting at the end of the day. That's the UV mix. Let's go to the Frankenstein. See if it says anything different. I like to be thorough about stuff. Why does he have a color next to 32? You wouldn't need a color. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make, why would you need a color next to 32? You would need a color here. 32. This has gray right here. Yep, gray. Same thing. Same color gray. And that is right there on the Frankenstein. Right there. You wouldn't need a color there for 32 because it says 32 right there. That's the Frankenstein. So we did the Frankenstein, the UV, one more time to recap. Let's go back up to the Cinemax right here. There's the Cinemax, 2 quarts. Let's see what we get right here. Gray again, gunmetal again, and it still reads gray. Unbelievable. Somebody pointed out to me a month ago. They were like, hey, look, this guy has 3 of the same color on 3 different screen paints. So you're talking about specification, how this one, you don't even have the color specification sheet on what you're talking about. The colors of blues and greens and reds and none of that. You don't have it on there. But even more disturbing, you have 3 colors, 3 of the same colors on 3 screen paints. How does that work? I like somebody selling you on our end. We sell you 3 black strings. They're all the same color, but separated different by price. That doesn't make any sense. So like I said, it comes down to 2 things. Laziness, or bottom line is he don't know. He doesn't know the color of his own product. Because that doesn't make any sense. How do you not know the color of your own product? Gunmetal gray? How do you not know the color of your own product? So I guess they're all the same color. I'm sorry to me to laugh, but that's messed up. He doesn't even know he doesn't know his own color of his own product. There's the Cinemax. Go right back down to the Frankenstein again. Gunmetal gray. With a different shipping policy on that one. Gunmetal gray. He doesn't know his color of his own screen paint. That is messed up. How do you not know it? You should know. That's the first thing you know from the door when you're making it. What color it's going to be. That's the first thing you should know. There's no excuse for that. You do not know the color of your own product. When you make a screen paint, you know that. He doesn't know what color it is. He really doesn't know. Look at this. I'm going to leave at it, but I can't. I saw it. I was like, wait a minute. Because I realized this because we were supposed to be in a Cinemax shopping cart and it came up gunmetal. I was like, I'm in the wrong cart. Then I looked at it and said, wait, that's Cinemax? So wait, how many of these have gunmetal attached to it? So I looked at it, I was like, oh, there's the Frankenstein. There's gunmetal right there. And then you go over to the rest of them and they say the exact same thing too. Which means you don't know the color of your own screen paint. Wow. Professional, eh, people? That's what you're saying. It's the professional, right? Right. Cinemax over here. Let's go over that one. What color we got? Gunmetal right there. Showing you is gray, gunmetal right there. How in the world are you going to tell people that they don't know what they're doing at the end of the day? Number one, your site is horrible. Absolutely horrible. It is absolutely horrible. Anybody can come into Better Business Bureau and slam your account. Your site will go down quick. It won't take much to bring it down because you have so much stuff in here that's misleading. Anybody who's ever painted a wall can sit there and go, oh, 2 quarts for 300. That even sounds fake at the end of the day. This is pretty bad. Now we got the UV mix over here. We collect this. What color are we getting? If I'm a customer, I'm in here shopping. I'm like, wait, that's gunmetal gray? How's that? You don't even have colors of the screen without the screen paint on them. So wait, that's gunmetal gray. If I'm a shopper, a consumer, I'm gonna have people go through your site and have them post what their experience was going through your site, so we can get live reaction. Because this is crazy. You got gunmetal gray here. You have none of this. Whole policy is missing, gone out of here. That's not even there. This doesn't explain nothing in returns and shipping, telling people to get half price off. Doesn't address the first order that was damaged, or it might not be going right. But you have gunmetal here, same color here in your UB. That doesn't make any sense at all, period. Leave the UV mix, go over to the Frankenstein, click on that. It says the same thing at the bottom, gunmetal. Then you go over to the Cinemax at the top. Definitely completely different shipping. Right now you got a $70 surcharge here. You can have that one, the other one. But then you leave out of this one, out of the Frankenstein, go all the way back to the top and hit the Cinemax right over here. And what color you got? Gunmetal. That's bad. That is extremely, extremely bad. Good gracious, man. I feel sorry for any of y'all bought his paint. I really do. You got paint matching house paint. we won't do the black and white challenge. We requested this challenge from him a day ago to do a demonstration to back up his website if he could put 2 quarts of paint to a 300-inch screen. He hasn't even done that demonstration. He hasn't even done the one at the bottom we requested for him to do 3 screens to make a 300-inch screen. Hasn't done that one. And we gave him a challenge on the black and white paint. Has he done that one yet? Nope, hasn't even done it at all, period. Wow. And this is a person who's supposed to be a professional at the end of the day, but he got 3 of his screen paints all match the same color. So what's the difference between those 3? Even more, I got to ask, and people have been asking about this one. If he thinks 2 quarts are going to paint a 300-inch screen, again, got to know because he got it on his website. He posted it. How big of a screen can you get from 3 and 4 quarts? That's what I'd like to know. I'm curious. I want to hear this. I've got to hear this. But let's get back to this whole paint bamboozle craziness. So you got 3 screens and each of them had the exact same color for each one, right? What is the difference? You do know how projection screens work. You can't have the exact same color for all 3 screens. There has to be a different color to show a different reaction on how the screen's going to react to white levels and contrast levels. Color plays a part in between that later on. So what's the difference? There's a difference between a white screen and a black screen. There's a difference between a white screen and a gray screen and a black screen, a silver screen, and so forth. There's a difference because of the color. But if all the screens are the same color, what is the difference? There is none at all, period. 2 reasons. He doesn't know the color of the screen paint, which is extremely sad because that's the first thing you will notice the minute you're making a product. You will see the color. Or he's just too lazy, or both. This does not look good for your customers. Your customers would literally have to say that they have been sleeping under the rock for the last decade in order for not to pick that one up. And the reason why I didn't pick it up, because you got so much craziness going on your site. It's insane. Half of this stuff is not even real. I got to do something real quick. I'm going to go through here. Let's go swap over here for a minute. Oh, I got to zoom on this side because I got my lawyers on that side. My lawyers are reaching in. Maybe guys get you over here because I got lawyers on that side. And we're having our discussions. Oh, wait. No. We have Crow on this side. We're good. We have Crow on this side. This is the original email we got from Crow. Real quick. Yeah, that's the original email. That's the one he's crying Karen about right now. Talking about how, harassing him and so and so and so. Yeah, stop crying. Literally, stop crying. I'm tired of it. You're a man up. Sends us this email for us to buy whatever we want. That's why we made the 15 orders. You told me to buy whatever I want, so I came and did 15 orders. You're not going to sit there and tell me be a man for the first time in my life, insult me, and then send me a link to buy your products. That's what I did. I went and bought your products, and you tried on every single one of them and gave us back our money. That tells you right there you can't back his products. But I want to see exactly how bad this is going to be. So basically, if you don't know anything about Hotmail, Hotmail has an amazing spelling checker in there, and it'll tell you if you are incorrect on how many things you may be incorrect on. So let's go pop this in here real quick, the spelling checker. On how badly you worded this thing. Now they're going to go in. They're not going to fix your grammar. You do not want to put this in the unit for grammar. They're going to go in. They're going to figure out how many mistakes that you made in here, how many misspellings that you made in the account over here. You have environments is actually spelled incorrect, but your wording in here, they're not going to fix the grammar because your grammar here is pretty bad. So in this one, which we could fix it here, it's environment. That's how it's spelled. But we're not going to go in and do that because we can't copy and paste it to your page because that won't work. Now let's go over and yeah, that whole color thing, good gracious. Oh, by the way, just so you get an idea real quick, you see right there what this place is? This is what my lawyers requested for me to go through. This is the records by the government. If you have a copyright, it'll pop up here. Oh yeah, I'd be shaking in my boots for those of you who mess with that logo at the end of the day. It's not gonna be good for you at the end of the day. It really isn't. Whoo! If you know exactly what you're gonna get hit with, it's not gonna be good. Be thank your lucky stars that you didn't touch it. So this is where you type in to see if a person has a legit copyright. And this is what they want if you're requesting to make sure that my paperwork was legit. And that's what the search engine will bring up. Yeah, we're registered. Which means that tells them at the end of the day, you can let the leash off the pit bulls because they're coming. If you get a letter in the mail, keep in mind, these are cyber attorneys we hired. Their job is to track down people. I don't care, we got IP address, whatever, they're going to find you. And if you had anything to do with slandering my company in any way whatsoever, you were going to receive a letter from us. There's my registration. This is all they needed from me. Because they wanted to make sure that if I'm filing a claim, I actually have a registered copyright. And I do, under that cube. And I'm going to hear it in court, all the complaints talking about, oh, we don't have the money, and so your honor. They don't care about that at the end of the day. You should have known better. You're a grown adult. You don't touch things that don't belong to you. They don't want to hear that you ain't got the money. Who cares? You're going to sit there and tell you in court, well, you know, you're a grown adult. You know better. You got to pay the money. We don't have it. Well, you don't have it. We want to garnish your income tax check. All that goes. You don't get that ever again. You can forget that. You'll never get an income tax as long as you live. That is gone. You've seen the penalty behind touching a copyright, and some of it, depending on how much you tamper with it, may involve jail time. Consequences for violating a registered copyright. Not good. I warned you. It says it right there on the cube. You can't miss it. Right there. When you come in, it says it right there on the cube. Our registration. So how dumb will you be to go in and touch that at the end of the day? Fines can get pretty nasty. You can get 5 years in jail, $250,000 in fines per offense, which means if you touch my copyright 5 or 6 times, I can get the maximum out of you for that. It's pretty bad. That's 5 years per offense. Imagine getting 5 years for each time you touch a copyright. He did it 13 times. And then a couple platforms, which I'm not going to name who, allowed it to go on. So guess what's going to happen to them? Whoop-de-doo. Yes, sirree. That's why we warn you. Mind you, that's just us hitting you. They have lawsuits they're going to hit you with too, because there's a penalty for touching that. And their fines are a little bit more crazy. This does involve jail time with them. Give you that warning. Give you that warning, and you don't listen. That's why it sits there on the cube right there for everybody to see. Well, you can look it up for yourself. Have a conversation with an attorney and say, hey, look, is it possible? You're going to say, yeah, heck yes, it is. Did you touch it? Did he give you permission? And any time did he give you permission to touch? Oh, he didn't give you permission. And don't think because you hide behind an IP address. This is why we hired a cyber attorney. Their job is to go in and to track down individuals who basically think they can mask their IP address from going through servers or wherever they got to go through to track you down. This one's easy to get. We can get Crow Easy or Jamie because we sent documents to his house. We know where he lived at because we had to hire a private investigator to figure out where he was at to send him those documents. So we know where he's at. But the rest of you jokers that want to carry on, act up, well, guess what? Whatever we can bring up, we're going to bring it up. At the end of the day, you're going to learn to mind your own business. So that's just to give you a little peek of exactly things to come, things that are coming really soon. Next time you learn, just mind your own business. Jail time received for copyright infringements violations. So this is what the jail time you get for basically violating the copyright. There it is right there. 5 years. This is simple, cut and plain, but you're it. Willful copyright infringements can also result to criminal penalties, including imprisonment up to 5 years and fines up to $250,000. Fernando Gonzalez, I have warned you multiple times, and I will not be taking this to a small claims court, just to let you know. We're going to go for the full maximum amount. So good luck. That's all I can say to you. Should have basically learned to mind your own business. I mean, heck, we got a YouTube video of him basically taking my container and trying to go down to Home Depot and getting it made off his channel, which he tried to delete the video, but we have a copy of that too. But there you go. So you know what that is right there from the door. A lot of people don't want to look at that because that scares the living daylights out of them. But no one told you to go in and touch something at the end of the day that has a copyright attached to it. So for those you don't know, yes, we had individuals who went in, tampered with our copyrights, our logo, reposted them, claimed them as their own, and yeah, pretty much these attorneys were able to go in, and we had to hire a cyber attorney with people designed to track individuals down for doing these wrongful acts against us online. So yeah, my copyright, as you can see, is registered with the United States government. There's my copyright right there. Registration number, the whole 9 yards, the same thing you find on the cube. The date of creation was 2016, which is not that far back. And this is my old address where everything was registered at, showing you the citizenship. So in order for you to get one of these, real quick, this is off topic real quick. In order for you to get one of these, they have to do a search. So they'll do a search and see exactly how many people may have that item or name. And then after that, if you can prove that, they finally come back and says no one owns it, you get the copyright. So how long does the copyright last? A copyright can last up to 70 years. Even after I pass off the earth, it's still an additional 70 years. But so you understand what happened to you, that's what's going to happen to you. 5 years. Some people can't even do 20 minutes in a bullpen. And imagine being there for 5 years. So that's what happens. So we're going to start getting this wrapped up and ready to go. So we got some things to do, and yeah, we can go from there. All right, so let's get back to this whole thing over here real quick, because I know that scares the daylights out of some people right there. It scares the living daylights out of you, but yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's just why we warn you at the end of the day, don't touch stuff that don't belong to you. You see that cube over there that has that logo on it? You think I'm a joke at the end of the day? Well, guess what? Now you're can get 5 years. That's 5 years per offense. Not for 13. That's for each time you violated that cube. So if you violated that 3 times, you could get approximately 20 years in there. You're going to have to strike a plea deal, something at the end of the day. 13 times. Doing dumb stuff. Now you're gonna find out you don't mess with our stuff, and then they don't talk about our stuff because, like I said, I don't care what you say at the end of the day. It's your business. It's freedom of speech. But when you want to slander my products and say they don't work, this, that, and the other, well, it's gonna get real for you real quick. We can end up get a deal. Let's see, for as long as you've been doing it for almost 5 years, yeah, you're gonna get a good piece of change of some time. You might get some time. Buddy was saying you might be just like a plea deal or something, but I don't know what you're going to do at the end of the day. Like I said, everything you have in your house, consider it mine, because it is. Everything you have is mine. because once we go to court and we handle this business right here alone, I can file for an execution of judgment to the sheriff's department. I can have your stuff removed from your house. I can have the judge have you pay me $5,000 or $6,000 a week, even though knowing you don't have the money to pay it. You trip up one time on that payment, I go take my paperwork down to the sheriff's department, where I got to go to, and execute judgment for your items. Take all your stuff from you. That fast, that quick. Gave you an opportunity. I did. I gave you an opportunity. I said, if you mind your own business, you didn't take it. You should have took it. You should have took it. For somebody who's been through the system already, I'm going to tell you right now, buddy boy, it's not a place you want to be. And that's 5 years. And my attorneys know what you did already from the door. Like I said, we've already got traces on everything. You can delete, wipe stuff off your account. It won't do a world of good. We have copies of everything on you, everything. But like I said, this is for this individual who violated the copyright. As for Mr. Partey, yeah, we're gonna be in touch real soon. You posted pictures of me without my permission, and also too, you tried to slander you tried to slander me at the door. So yeah, I could sue you for that. You do know that, right? So we'll be in touch. You got a nice piece of land out there. I was checking it out. So don't worry about it. We'll take it off your hands soon enough. That's why I warned y'all, don't do that. And for those of you who basically have any kind of artwork or anything you're doing, go down and file and get the proper documents on your work at the end of the day. So that way, if you run into boneheads that want to mess with your stuff, you can take them to court and you can clean their clock. That's what you need to do. All right, let's get back to this real quick. Well, pretty much this is just open and shut right here. Yeah, 3 different colors. Three the same colors on 3 screen paints. I don't know how that works. At the end of the day, I've been in the business for over 12 years. I do know for a fact it doesn't work. You have to have a different color describing each screen paint. And this is something you will know right from the door the minute you make the product. You will know. If you make it black, if you make it gray, if you make it purple, if you make it orange, there's something you would know right from the door. I don't know how in the world he ended up giving 3 of his paints the exact same color. Of course, I don't know. I guess he doesn't know the color of his own screen paint. And that's the only way to sum it up. Cinemax. Frankenstein right here. Right there. Same. Gunmetal gray. I don't know how that even works at the end of the day. Come out of here. UV mix. Gunmetal gray. They all say the same thing. Same color. How does that work for the consumer? Keep in mind, some people don't even see your videos. They won't see your videos. So that's why the website has to have all this information on it, because you're going to have people who don't even see the videos. We do demonstrations for the ship out demonstrations. We got some customers that don't even see them at all, period. So a lot of people, some people don't watch YouTube. So just because you specify something in a video really doesn't mean anything, because that means unless you get to specify in every single video, and if they don't watch YouTube at the end of the day, well, you need to have this on the site. When a person's purchasing your site, I don't know how it works to have 3 screens the same color. I don't even know how you begin to put in a specification sheet, because again, like I said, that color plays whether the screen pulls a high white level or low white level, whatever. That's when it comes to great products, not with ours. We don't have that issue, but still, even with all the complicated stuff we have with our screens and test demonstrations, all of that stuff has to be put in there. Color, and the customer needs to know exactly what they're buying. Color. Ultra OLED like black. Not gunmetal, not dark gray. Because the problem I ran into when I bought screens and I thought they were actually black screens and got them here and said, oh, this is not even black. This is freaking dark gray. And they still going, and they shouldn't be doing that, but they're going under the old tradition. The old tradition and gray screen paints before gunmetals ever existed, before they ever came up, that if you had a screen paint that was dark, it was considered to be black. That's what they considered to be. If it was a dark gray and it had to be a really dark gray, they consider that to be a black screen. They're going under the old tradition. I paint on screens. I got something from them over here, and they found out that it was actually wasn't black, it was dark gray. But on the website, they put down black, but they put down dark gray also. It's got to be one or the other. Ugh. That has to be in there. We only have 3 colors. We have this one, which is the dark gray, gunmetal, and then we have light gray, which is an LT. So if we go over to, let me see, pre-coated. Let's go with the, it's a black widow right there. That wouldn't be it. What do we got at the top? New one should be at the top. There's the gunmetals right there. So gunmetals, what colors do we have for gunmetals? Gunmetals right there. You see right there. LT, that's we abbreviate what the LT stands for. People don't know what that means. Some people don't know. We abbreviate it for light gray, so light color. And that screen is color light gray. Right there, see? Light gunmetal gray. That's what it says right there. The minute you make a product, that's the first thing that you're going to notice. The first thing you're going to notice is the color of it. I don't even know why I'm explaining this at the end of the day, because people should know this. If you're mixing colors in your room and you come up with this strange color, you would describe it the best way that you could understand it, that people could see the same thing that you're seeing. But that's the first thing that's going to come to mind, not the gain, not the ability to pull high white levels, or you're going to recognize the color of the screen. So if you're making it black, you're going to see black. If it's gray, it's going to be gray. If it's this color, it's going to be that color. If it's this color, that color. That's the first thing you're going to pick up on. How in the world do you end up with 3 of the same colors on 3 different cards? That doesn't make any sense. It's the first thing you're going to see when you first develop a screen paint. Like, okay, we're going to call this so and so and so because it's the color of it. So that's the light gray. That's the gunmetal. Now we get to the gunmetal right here. These are the gunmetal screens. What do they say? One says the LT light. Gunmetals come in at, let me see where's my colors at. There's the color right there. Black gunmetal gray. Boom, black gunmetal gray. That's the color that it is. But you got gunmetal, the exact same color pattern on all 3 screens. Gunmetal here on a UV. Oh man, it just adds more to the insanity of this website. I swear, it's like you can have a contest. If you had a drinking game on this contest, half of you would be dead. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Your liver would basically explode. Your kidneys, all that gone. There is no way in the world you would ever get off this drinking game without becoming tanked, drunk, whatever, twisted, bent. You know the whole tore up from the floor up, and then the basement is where I threw up. You ever heard those terms before from people? Yeah, gunmetal gray. You just literally a drinking game. No, there'll be no winners in this unless you definitely have the ability to be able to drink and pretty much hold your liquor pretty well. And the only 2 people I met, I had a friend of mine who was Russian, and the other one was actually Irish. And good gracious, they could drink like there was freaking no tomorrow. Most people would be passed out. They still be going, especially the Irish. They can drink. I got Irish in my family, by the way, and we got some Russian in the family. Watch people go into that whole, oh, shut up and crack a book. I get tired of you jokers at the end of the day. You people are the worst. Not you, but I'm saying, you know what people I'm talking about, that will blame an entire country. Yeah, those people, I don't like them. And if that's the case, let's go back to your ancestors and see what kind of jacked up stuff they did. And we can blame you for it. But I wasn't there, didn't have... All right, then. Yeah, so yeah, same color. That's another topic. I'm going to be getting text messages from this one time. Oh, you had no right there. No, man, you need to clean this mess up, man. This is a freaking circus ride, man. This is a roller coaster, man, that has no safety straps in it whatsoever. It's the worst roller coaster we have on the face of the planet. It has no safety rails whatsoever. Keep your hands on the car at all times. That's not going to save your life. Good gracious, we got I'm not going into this. It's just another thing. Every time I come here, we pop up, we find something different. We just come in here because he's going to think at the end of the day, well, it's just done. It's not revenge, Fernando. It's not revenge. It's none of that. It has nothing to do with that. You should not be selling anything at all because you do not know what you're talking about. That's why. People that are buying screens for the first time experience, you are stealing this from them because you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know how, it's so bad for you. You don't even know what you're talking about on your own site. You got so much misleading information on here. It is unbelievable. There are policies, your shipping policy changes 3 times on your site. And one of them, it doesn't even exist. You have one you charge a $70 surcharge fee for. Another one doesn't even exist. Anyone hits that from overseas and basically hit with a $70 charge out of nowhere is going to call you up trying to figure out what you hit them with. And you're going to say, I charge for a $70 surcharge fee. But it doesn't say it there on the shopping cart. If it's not there on the shopping cart, you can't hit them with jack at the end of the day because it's not there. Just because it says on 3 other ones doesn't mean you can hit them on that one. That's completely misleading at the end of the day. This freaking whole paint add up thing is absolutely a freaking fiasco. Look at this, man. You got 2 quarts into a 300. I can't get over that. For people to say, oh, leave it alone. No, it's not to leave it alone. It's idiotic. You know it's idiotic. You're going to tell me that? And if that's the case, I got questions to ask about this because if you seriously believe that 2 quarts is going to paint a 300-inch, then how big of a screen are you going to get from 3 quarts to a gallon? I would love to hear that one. I really would, because it's going to be over 300 inches, just to let you know. Way over 300 inches. So that's something else that needs to be questioned. Then you add this Roadrunner Mickey Mouse map to it, where you come at the bottom and you say, well, the equivalence of 3 100-inch screens. That doesn't make any sense at all, period. There's no way in the world that's going to equal up to a 300 screen. Again, I have 250 inches downstairs. We did a dual 150-inch setup. It doesn't match 300 inches. I get a 198-inch vertical all the way across for 235.1, but we don't have the height to reach 300 inches. We're way nowhere near that level at all. So that's way off. Oh man, telling your customers here that if I don't know what in the world this has to do with anything, make sure you use a paint sprayer to get 300-inch screens. That doesn't make any sense. You're going to lose more paint. A person who's not trained to use a sprayer using it for the first time is going to waste a lot of paint. They're going to waste a lot of it. So you're better off rolling the screen in because you're going to save more paint. And it doesn't make a difference. You can roll it in and get 3 100-inch screens. Anybody can do that. You don't have to use a paint sprayer for that. I don't have no idea why that's even there to begin with. Maybe it's to back up this craziness about 3 100-inch screens. Oh man, that is so twisted, man. I think I watched a brain cell just shrivel up in the back of my head. The thread in there. I just caught on to what you were just trying to say here. Man, this is absolute madness. I swear this is madness. So he's trying to back up the 3 screen scenario. So bottom line is, first he said 2 quarts. It's a Da Vinci Code, I swear. We need to bring in Nicolas Cage for this one. This is crazy. Look at this. So 2 quarts, he's saying it's a 300 screen. That's a lie. That's never going to happen. But equivalence of 3 100-inch screens. So now he's trying to back up this claim right here by saying, be aware to use a paint sprayer for this to work. For what to work? Where the initial debate was about the 2 quarts. Now you changed it over to being that, oh, if you want to do, you can do 3 100-inch screens. No one was questioning that you can't do 3 100-inch screens with a paint spray roller. You could do that, yeah, no problem. But it depends on how much paint is being used to get those 3 100-inch screens to activate. So, yeah, it's a whole lot of craziness going on in there. So if you got 2 quarts, you may not even reach the 3 100. You might get 2 of them, but you don't know that until you physically paint the screen. So you really can't put that in there to begin with. Look at this, man. I can have an entire debate on this one section by itself. By itself. Shipping return. Again, we got to recap on this. Y'all nightmare, not mine. Not my customer's nightmare. Y'all freaking nightmare at the end of the day. You see what it says right there? That's exactly what you're getting. Oh my goodness, man. It's not worse the fact that he doesn't know the color of his own paint, but he can't write, he can't spell, he can't freaking add at the end of the day, and he's a professional. screen paint matching house paint on so many different levels. It wasn't fun. He went back in, did the demonstration again, matched again on top of that. Oh my goodness, can't even do a demonstration to back his products up on his website by just simply showing that his screen can paint a 300-inch screen, which clearly we know he can't do at the end of the day. Can't back his product up to his own video demonstration, deleted off his account, clearly showing him making a black and white product that matched three of his screen paints, which we did on camera. This is what you guys consider to be a professional at the end of the day? My goodness. My goodness. Oh, my goodness. I'm not even going to respond back to you, Nate. I'm just going to laugh at y'all. There's no point in giving you my time of basically speaking to you. I'm just going to laugh at you because this is what you back up at the end of the day, and that is pretty sad. You can't post stuff on your website that's not real. The consumer is reading that mess, and he doesn't even know the color of his own paint. He doesn't know the color of his own freaking paint. That's the first thing you would know when you're making a screen paint product is the color of your paint. I still can't believe he got up there on camera and did that demonstration, that screen match like that. You see what this is page right here? This is a side-by-side demonstration we just put in of his own videos. These are his own videos. Now, we got to make nothing up. He does it to himself. This is showing his screen paint mixes down through time matching paint. In case you think that's the first time you saw that demonstration, we've seen it many times. This right here is his product matching bare silver screen. This is his product over here matching the Network Gray 773. This is a demonstration over here of his product matching a white motorized projection screen, which he went in and the video disappeared. Can't find it. This is, like I said, we don't have to make anything up. Demonstrations of products being shipped to our house, containers being busted, paint leaking all over the place. Return policy scam right here. We clearly told you if it lands on your property, it's yours. Over here, scamming us, sending us black paint, signed his name to the package right here. Lost his PayPal claim over here, all documented. Over here, it's live screenshots of his demonstration on the Network Gray 773, clearly matching his screen on just about every level right there. There we go, broken soda shots. Demonstrations here, we're able to make his products here and here using his demonstration here of showing you how he made his product with black and white paint. Yeah, we used that tutorial video to make his products, 3 of the screen paints for $40. Over here, first demonstration with Network Gray 773 against the Cinemax Personal Mix and Metallica Mix. And over here where he did the demonstration himself, where he clearly matched the freaking screen. And now, out of all that craziness, we just found out, mind you, look at this. This is his numbers right there to show you right there. There you go. That was Crow right there. That was many years back when he was giving his products away for free. For free. You want to know how far back it was? You curious? There's a timestamp date right there. 2016. Yeah, that's how soon it was. In 2016, Crow used to give out free screen paint. Did you know that? Oh, you didn't know that, did you? There's a lot of things you don't know. So a whole lot of things you don't know. Yep. Whole lot of things you don't know. Yeah. Yeah, around in June the 15th, 2016, Fernando Gonzalez was giving away free paint. For those of you saying, oh, but that's not true, then how would you explain for a demonstration of him showing you how to make a black and white product, which happens to be a screen paint, which happens to be titled as Awesome Metallica Mix Projection Screen Paint Mix. There you go. That's how long ago, well, it wasn't that far back, that he was giving away products for free. And this is the same product in the demonstration, which we show you of him making this product right there on camera showing people how to make this product for free that he ends up selling you now, and that happens to match his products now today. Oh, I'm telling you. Y'all thought it was that long back? It wasn't that long back. It was 2016 when he was doing all that stuff. I'll leave you with this. There you go. So what do you have on your wall? Do you have house paint, a black and white mixture, or do you have actual screen paint? You have house paint sitting on your wall. Because some people thought that video was like going back to like, oh, it had to be something like the 80s. No. It was 2016. July of 2016. And that same video right here that you see him making that black and white mixture is the same product that you had that you just paid $80 to $89. You know what matches also to Network Gray 773? That mixed also too matches it perfectly. Which means if that product, which matches Network Gray 773, match that close and actually perfectly to the screen in his demonstration, the Cinemax is black and white paint. We've been telling you that for the longest time. We just needed him to do the demonstration himself, which he already did twice for us. Now, let's show you something here. That's why we got to post it there. Because the first thing they're going to ask us is, is your information posted for all to see? Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. Warning people, don't go near it. Ain't my problem. We got to get the inflatable screen outside too. We just did that yesterday. As customers, we got to add that. We actually expanded the customer page so we can get more customers in, but you're going to have to expand it even more now. We got more people coming in. Let's see if we can find it in here. Floor projecting technology. This is how big your front page is supposed to be. All these we don't even have enough room for our demonstrations. Because when you do the same screen over and over and over again, if you notice, if you look at his demonstrations, all his demonstrations are done on the same projector, same screen, same environment. We can switch up anywhere we want. So we're telling you our products outside, then you can see our demonstrations outside. Ceiling light projection technology. This is my screen paint displayed off my ceiling, which I got to do another one to fill that one out right there. Here we go. Now you see this demonstration right here. This right here is a demonstration we call a black versus black. We do these all tests with all screens we develop. Sorry about that. So in this demonstration, you will see, and I've got live videos, there's recordings right there, live recordings of us taking everyday house paint, everyday fabric, whatever we want. This is two different forms of house paint right here put against our screen. One of them is Dynasty. See, sometimes I don't tell you everything because I like to keep things quiet to the last minute. Black film. It's 38 Black Widow, by the way. Here's the slideshows right there. Now, you know what's interesting about this video? In this video, I actually paint into my screen with black paint. I have never seen any demonstration ever to match that demonstration. As a matter of fact, we couldn't make it a challenge today, but they'll never do it anyway. So what's the point? You know what paint that is sitting there? That's Dynasty. That's why we're going to buy it again, do a demonstration again, embarrass them again, and then basically go in and ask him to do the same demonstration with Network Gray 773 against the screen. You can't do it because, again, like I said, it'll match. Now, when I explain to you a difference between night and day, that you must show a difference of your product not matching. That screen over there, for that product right there, well, my customers pay around $312 for that product. That paint sitting in the middle of it is black house paint at $23 a gallon. Do you see them matching in any way? You don't, do they? There you go. That's why our product costs what it costs, and that's why we make the money that we make, because we can back that up any place on the planet. It doesn't make a difference. Where he sat on camera and did a demonstration where he couldn't even go in and basically beat a $23 container of paint. Let's go in and throw some black fabric on the screen. See if that matches. Nope, fabric doesn't match either. Okay. You know, at one point, our technology was so advanced. At one point, the naysayers couldn't understand how our product was working. They said, oh, it has to be a gray paint. That's the only way you can pull a white level that high. Man, y'all tried so hard and y'all failed so hard. But I do like embarrassing you. I'll tell you that much. There you go. There's me drawing on a screen on black paint. So if my screen basically was the same as black house paint, it would be matching. That technology is designed to pull an extremely high white level. This is something else too we will be showing off in court. Oh, you never seen this one, have you? Oh, it's a pretty interesting demonstration. It is. As a matter of fact, I might use this as my promo demonstration. So that's me drawing on the screen right there. Yet we've asked this from anyone who makes gray screen paint products to do the same thing too, and they refuse to do it. Let's see how many things I draw on the screen. Here we go. Look at this right here. That's me drawing onto the screen. That's live, people. Live. So let me get this straight. I have so much confidence in my product. I take black house paint. I draw into my screen with showing a white level, and our screen produces the highest white level. But yet when we request people with gray screen paint products to do the same thing on Network Gray, they won't do it. Now let's see. Let's go over and let's get some, not only white levels, let's get some everyday stuff and see how that reacts. See if that matches our screen in any way. Oh, see those marks all over the screen? Isn't that interesting? You got to be to back your products up. You have to show a difference between night and day. If you paint black paint to your screen and you think you're going to do the same thing our screens can do, this is how dirty your image is going to pull up. This is why when anybody does a fake demonstration, they use black paint. This is a reaction that comes up. Our screens don't come up that dark. Let's go over to, let me see, over here. Screen's nice and marked up. But as I said before, since all these challenges we've been giving them and they refuse to do them, and if next month we'll buy all your products, we'll bring them down here, we'll do all the tests that we've required for you to do. I will be drawing on your screen with the Network Gray 773. I also will be testing your product against the black and white house products that you've removed off your site, which you refuse to do. And then we'll do that whole theory of taking your product and trying to paint it into a 300-inch screen. We're going to do all the tests, everything. We're going to go through your website, do your videos, and see if we can back anything up that you're claiming your product to be able to do, because it doesn't do any of that at all, period. Now this is me taking our screen paint and painting over the black paint. This is what you have to do. And I had several people mention about the t-shirt and jeans here. We threw them up against the screen too. We did a demonstration of that too on my clothes. Did match. Ah, man. So here we are doing these demonstrations. Our product doesn't match. And then more of this. This is your product. Matching house paint. Our products don't match any form of black paint at all. This is what Crow needs to understand. When you do a demonstration and you're showing a difference between night and day, you see what I painted onto that screen with black paint? You see the huge, massive difference between one over another? That's what you have to show. Not a slight little bump, not a tiny little hiccup. You can't match that screen in any way whatsoever. If my screen had matched that black paint, I would have been in some big trouble. That means at the end of the day, the value of my product would have dropped dramatically. Which means anybody could have sat there and made the same thing by using everyday black paint. But you can't, because we can back our products. I can go down there today and I can repeat the demonstration. I can drop at 1,000 lumens in the max zone and do it all over again. You can't do that because you got on camera and your product did this. It freaking matched the screen. So every site we post this to, asking people if they can see a difference, everybody said the same thing. We don't see a difference. All right, people. Well, like I said, we don't even got a chance to talk about that. We got a chance to talk about that freaking paint match. I still can't believe that. How does your customers know what paint to buy? They just don't know. They're all gunmetal. So only thing I come down to this, people, at the end of the day, either he's too lazy, which we can see by the site, he's definitely too lazy to go in and fix this mess because he's never going to do it. Or he doesn't know what color his screen paints are. He really doesn't know. They're all gunmetal. Actually, no, I can't say every last one of them because this right here, let's see, the Frankenstein, the Cinemax, and the UV mix are gunmetals. They all match the same thing. The hybrid mix, on the other hand, doesn't even have a color next to it at all. There's no color there. How would you know what color you're buying? What's the name of the color? Jamie, Fernando, Gonzalez, what is the name of the color of your hybrid mix? What's the name of the color of that paint? Because I don't think you know the color of it. What color is it? Because you don't have it here. Y'all need to ask him that. What color is this paint? What color gray is it? Because he doesn't have it on the hybrid mix, or the hybrid mix doesn't have it. So what color is that? This is what happens when you mix black and white paint together. You can't even tell what your colors are. Let me see. Well, these match. What about the personal mix? Any color in the personal mix? No color. What color is the personal mix? Does it even say what color it is in here anywhere? Light controlled. No, there's the shipping policy. So this is all we got for this. This is your specification. Good gracious. Look how light it is. Makes this great movie screen. So what color is it? No color at all, period. What's the class on this? Does it have a class? Viewing angles? Anything? Does it explain anything about the contrast levels, colors, white levels, anything? Oh, that's bad. He has no color on that one. So I don't know what color you people are getting on that one. All right, that was the personal mix. Let's go pop out of here real quick. See if we can go to the other one. Anything else in here? Any other colors? Let's see. We're not going to that one. Let me see. What color is the Cinemax? Doesn't give a color. Yeah, no. Oh, okay. You guys figure it out. This ain't my problem. This is your customers' problems at the end of the day. You guys who navigate through this website is a freaking mess. I don't know what's worse, man. He has 3 colors matching 3 different screen paints. How would the customer know what color he's getting? And the other 2 that are on there don't even have any color information on the screen. You're just missing so much. Real quick, we're just going to show you real quick. You see this? This is it. This is your specification sheet. That's it. That's all you got. Crows UV mix is awesome paint mix for inside, outside. Works great with projectors of 3,000 lumens and up. Go check out my channel at Crow1176. UV mix and see the quality even from outdated projectors. That's it. That's your entire specification sheet. There's nothing in there. Let me see. One video of outdated projectors not enough. You got more than that. Way more than that. What you should be getting in your specification sheet. Name of the product first. Category class. He doesn't have a category class of his product. The gain of the screen. What does advanced? Which break down abbreviations. People want to know what AD stands for. It stands for advanced. Explains what it means. Your lumen count inside and out, which you can pick up. Type of product. What kind of product is it? Is it a roll-on? Is it a spray-on? You have to have this so the customer knows exactly what he's working with. Let's see, viewing info. How much, what's your viewing name? Oh, you got 190, 180, where you're picking this inside, you have this outside. Do you have a narrow viewing cone effect that triggers off on the product? People need to know that. Or it's the color of it. It shows the color of it. It shows that it's not gunmetal. To clear it up, it's not gray. It explains the contrast level right here on why we call it an OLED-like black projection screen. You have to have that there. White level capabilities, because your screen's white levels do drop, so to make sure you're clear and have an understanding of where your white levels are going to be at with this technology, which has to be explained there. Here should be about contrast, telling you that the product is a customized product right there. At the bottom, paint on application information. It shows you exactly if you're using paint sprayers, you want to basically use a well-ventilated area, you want to make sure you're wearing safety glasses and all that stuff like that, a painter's mask, all that information. What happens if you paint this on fabric, and you paint this on an acoustic surface, all that other stuff right there, what you can paint it on, what you can't paint it on. Over here we have drying time, which he doesn't have on the site either. 30 minutes with the fan, depending on the size of your screen. Cleanup information, doesn't have that on his website either. Basically telling you how to clean up if the product spills on this, spills on that, or spills on you. Proper storage information. No proper storage information on the site. Telling you what's the shelf life on the product. Doesn't even tell you the shelf life. How long does the paint last? It's properly sealed. Oh, man, screen size. It doesn't have a proper screen size. A 30-ounce screen size, 100-inch, 150-inch. Aspect ratio, which he doesn't have the ratio size of the screen, 1610, 16:9, 235.1. Paint on surface information. He doesn't have that. What surfaces can you paint it on? What surfaces you can't paint it on? Moving on from there. Basic product info. Basic product info shows the resolution capabilities. If it's a front or rear projection screen product, which it has on there. This is basically if you can use for 3D mapping, stuff like that. Enhancement for projectors of low caliber projectors. All the good stuff. No calibrated needing, no ambient light controlled environments. That's basic info. Over here, outside applications, which means how the screen will react outside. It's going to be cracking or peeling. You can use it on different. You can do that in different weather conditions. All that has to be in there. Right there. You can see the time right there. All from testing has to be in there. And advise you do not use knockoff projectors. Screen paint projectors we support, or screen paint projectors we support, or screen paints the projector will support. These are the projectors that we only support right there, giving you abbreviations. What advanced stands for: screen enhancement technology, advanced ultra black OLED contrast levels, all that stuff. You gotta have all this, and then there's your summary at the bottom, and boom. That's all the information you're missing right there. And his customers come in and get ta-da! That's it. That's all you got. So now you see literally how much information you literally need on a site that you have to have on a site. It's a lot. And if you think I'm joking, go to any freaking website of anybody selling screen paint on a professional level, read through the specification sheet. There's so much information he's missing out of there. It is not even funny how bad it is. All right. I got to get back to work. Lesson to be learned. Fernando, stop sending me texts and emails trying to clear up your mess. Go on your website, get yourself a dictionary or somebody that can spell at the end of the day, and learn to write a better website than that nightmare. And also, to back up your stuff at the end of the day, because all that stuff you have on your website is fake and phony, not even real. You Partay, you're another one of them jokers too that lied too. You still haven't done your demonstration yet showing the difference of the stacking system, which I haven't even seen yet. I haven't seen any real evidence that your product does require a stacking system at all. It's just you paint over top paint. That's it. That's all. You both your sites are bogus, but we'll find out. If you guys gotten to the end of the month, you got to the end of the month to get those tests done, to back your products up. If not, we'll do them for you. And I'm not doing it strictly. Has nothing to do with a revenge. It's nothing to do with that. It's just strictly because I need to know. I want to see this for myself. As I told you before, I'm still waiting to see him paint that 300-inch screening with 2 quarts. Still waiting to see that one. So we'll buy his products, have him down there, we'll do all the tests. Everything that we've been asked them, they've been voiding not to do, we'll come down here and we'll do them. We'll take the time to do it. Because I want to see all this. Especially with that whole stacking system with Partay with multiple coats and the screen comes slightly brighter and all that stuff. Oh, we're going to test all that out. Definitely we're going to test that out. I'm curious how close your product comes up to, what's it called? Software gray. And that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. We don't have, crap. All fire sticks are downstairs, so we do the outside demonstration, that's why. It was raining, we won't be outside today, but we can be in here to play. So I guess I'm going to be on this screen, and I'm going to be on that screen. That's that light gunmetal right there. Look at that. All right, well, for your customers, you guys figure out that navigation Rubik's Cube Da Vinci Code website. My customers, on the other hand, at least they know what they're buying. You guys don't even know what you're buying at the end of the day. He doesn't even know what he's making at the end of the day. He still don't even know what color his screen paint is. He got 3 screen paints on there with all the same color. Yeah, man, that's crazy. All right, gotta go.